What's up, guys? Jay-Z Rides here. It's a beautiful day out here in the windy state. I'm down at the beach. Everything's closed right now. Beach is open. We just can't go on it. So just hanging out with the top down. So today's video is right now a good time to go out and buy a car? And the answer is yes, absolutely. And I think everyone, could pretty much figure that out, that, with most of the dealerships only working by appointment only, that used car sales have slowed down. So obviously the inventory is very high right now. Dealerships now have sold a lot of cars. Everyone's staying home. Nobody's leaving their house. People are losing their jobs, and now is not really a good time for most people to buy a new car or even a used car. So model year 19 cars, there are a lot of them left over because this whole pandemic began really where people started staying in was like around probably the beginning of March. So you had January and February, a lot of model year 19 vehicles were not being sold. Some of them were left over, and now with the dealership shut down for a couple of months, now you're getting into like June, or July, when everyone starts coming back out to shop for cars, and now you have model year 19 vehicles that normally would have been sold in that January, February, or March of the next year. Now we're halfway through the next year, and these cars are now should have been sold 6 months ago, and they're still here. So I would imagine dealerships are going to be doing very deep discounts on these model year 19 vehicles once everything starts opening back up. And here comes a bike. As you know, that looks like a Cobra. That's badass. So now, what are these dealerships going to do with model year 19 cars in June, July? They're going to have to unload them because people want the 2020s. They're going to even possibly wait a couple months for 2021s to come out. So now there's going to be a huge stock of these model year 19 vehicles, and I think they're going to start flying off the lot for very cheap. Right now, with the interest rates being cut down to zero, you're going to find financing rates are a little more attractive. Whereas before it was right around 5%. To finance this car, they should be in the 3% range. Some dealerships are even offering 0%, such as Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep. They're offering, there goes a Jeep right there. They're offering 0% right now. So you really can't beat that. You're not even making money in your savings account anyways. Maybe you're making a 1.5% in a high yield savings account. So you might as well, if you're gonna buy a car, you might as well finance it right now at 0% and leave that down payment you would have put down, leave that in your savings account, making 1.5% interest right now, and you make a little bit of your money back that way. So obviously rates are low, and the dealer stock is very high right now, so that makes it very attractive to buying newer pre-owned vehicles. But let's look at why it may not be a good idea to buy for some people. For example, we don't really know the full outcome of this pandemic yet. It's too early to gauge how much damage is really going to be. Is there going to be a recession? Is there going to be a depression? Are we going to recover sooner than later? Are people going to get their jobs back? Are we going to get back to our old spending habits? There's a lot of questions that aren't even answered yet. So when dealerships finally open back up, you might see a shift in demand. And what I mean by that is, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, the luxury brands may see less people coming in, and they may be going towards less expensive brands such as Honda, Acura, Kia, Toyota. So you might see a shift in the market. What that means for people who continue to buy BMWs, I don't know if they'll see greater discounts. I don't know if BMW will hold firmer to their prices. There's a lot of questions, that aren't, that we don't really know the answer to yet, because we're not going to know what the new market is once everything opens back up. Another thing is, certain cars will become more desirable, such as let's just say you find yourself in a situation where, you normally lease an Audi or BMW or, Mercedes, and, now you're in a position where you need to be a little more responsible with your money. You might want to, purchase a certified pre-owned, 2017 Honda Accord. Still a nice car, can still get leather interior, sunroof, Bluetooth, all the options you would get in your Audi, Mercedes. You'll save some money on the payments. But now what you may have is a bigger pool of buyers for these vehicles, and those vehicles may end up holding their value, or they may even go up. So again, that's going to have to do with the market shift. So we'll have to see how the market shifts. Maybe people will shift to buying certified pre-owned cars. Not necessarily Honda Accords, but maybe certified pre-owned BMWs. So maybe you'll see a bigger market there. Maybe people aren't going to lease brand new cars as much as they used to. So maybe there'll be a lot less leasing, and there'll be more attractive offers on leases. But then with certified pre-owned vehicles, maybe they're going to hold their value a little more because people are moving away from leases and they're buying certified pre-owned vehicles to keep their payments down. So, again, it all depends on the market. So back to the original question, is now a good time to buy? Yes, I would absolutely say so. Whether you're buying certified pre-owned, or you're leasing, or you're just buying any used car, I think now is a great time to do it, because there are just so many cars that are sitting around, and the dealerships, they want to get rid of them ASAP. Now, don't wait too long, because right now I feel like we're in a small window of maybe 3 or 4 months where we're going to be seeing incredible deals. If you wait 6 months from now, like I said, the new market may settle in and you might see a shift in the prices. I don't know if anyone can really predict what's going to happen in this market right now until everything opens back up. So with that being said, don't just run out and buy a new car just because you're getting a good deal on it. I mean, if your hours were cut at work, or you took a salary reduction, or even worse, you got laid off, obviously now is not the time for you to go and buy a car just because it's a good price. Hold on to what you have. Just wait until you're ready to make that purchase. Don't go out and just be careless with your money. I think a lot of people were being a little reckless with their spending, and this situation kind of sheds light on it, that we need to have a nice financial cushion in our life for things like this. And one last thing I want to note is the used car market. Yes, you're getting a good deal on these, on a vehicle that you may be buying, but what are you going to get for your trade-in? Probably next to nothing. So if you have nothing to trade in, yes, you're going to get the best deal, but keep in mind, if you are trading a vehicle, you're not going to get much for it. So it's kind of going to wash away some of the savings. You might not necessarily make out as well as you thought you would. So definitely shop around, see what the market is for whatever you're trading in. Make sure you take care of it. So don't be disappointed if you don't get much for your trade, because all these dealerships are hurting right now, and trust me, they're going to wholesale your car and they're going to give you next to nothing for it, because the inventory is just so high right now. So it is going to eat into your deal a little bit. But like I said, you're still going to get a very good deal on a model year 19 or a used car. So, with that being said, I hope this is over soon. I hope we can get back to the way things were before, and we can enjoy our love of cars and move on with our lives. Until then, like I said, just be responsible with your spending, and always have like a year's worth of random mortgages set aside for for things like this. Okay, so anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.